very next episode. And when you have this docile type of idea, obviously, the ruling people obviously want to put in a docile state. Ready to accept control, instruction, passive and compliant and obedient. Yielding, So obviously, the ruling people, whoever they are, and obviously we know who they are, type of thing, would want people in a docile state. Easily taught or led or managed. Right? And so when you have the Freemasonry ideas, we put the I. It's like G, right? The G, I, D, right? Which in fact sort of gives you God idea, right? So the G, they obviously use this I. The I becomes because it comes from that Rudyard Kipling. I think it's Rudyard Kipling in The Kingdom of the Blind. The one-eyed man is the king. Right? So it's like the idea of turning the people docile, ignorant, in the darkness. And then they provide the supposed light to guide, right? Of course, to guide you to the, precipice of falling into the shitter. They guide you down the shitter. You see, it's a piss take, right? So it's got to be what this is about. Masonic eye, the eye of providence. Or the Masonic eye. Guide you doing the shitter with the G, I and the D. Right? The D is the dot, right? And I think it was Rudyard Kipling or something. And I don't think it was Rudyard Kipling who done this quote, but he done something very similar. That's what I was thinking of, right? But you see the variations on this particular quotation, right? It's associated with Freemasonry straight away, and credited to Desiderius Erasmus, right? Adagia, right? Never heard of this before, right? But Erasmus. But it is associated straight away with Freemasonry and all this, right? So this has got to be what it's about, the one eye in the darkness idea. And this ties in with the Rudyard Kipling, right? Because this was, as you can see, the Rudyard Kipling was a total Freemason. And he done the Jungle Book and all that. And they done the one called The Man Who Would Be King. So the Man Who Would Be King is again got to be this idea about, like you have in the Bible, you have the Book of Kings, right? So basically anybody can read the Book of Kings, right? And this is basically referring to the Masonic system, saying the man who would be king, i.e. the sort of normal man, right, must be turned into a peasant or whatever, the man who would be king must be made to be ignorant and put in the darkness and all this stuff, you see what I mean? So they're the ones who become the king, you see what I mean? You must, of course, the brother idea, people think that the lovely idea about the fellowship of Freemasonry, the brother, and of course it's about killing your fellow man. It's about stabbing, metaphorically, and all that, right? But it's about being the Cain and the Abel brother, and it's about stabbing your fellow man in the back. See, that's what fellowship's about. It's about betraying your fellow man, stabbing your fellow man in the back. Not helping them out and all this bullshit. To help their fellow Masons who die. To hurt bloody non-Masons. That's what that's about. That's the only fellowship about it. Of course, a bit of a look there, like You know, you could make the claim obviously that this character was Jewish, but yeah, doesn't need to be, of course. And we won their, definitely won their trances and that. You know. Funny looking character, of course, you know. Again, even the name, the created name, you know, Kipling. It's like if you go to Kip, you're asleep. If you're asleep, you're in darkness. Therefore, that leaves them as the sort of the one eye in the darkness. See, so it's the whole basis of it is about making the brethren, the fellow craftsmen. See what I mean? The whole basis is about making people in the darkness and ignorant, dumbed down, you know, docile in a state of compliance, so they can't think for themselves and everything, you know. It's a completely evil system, like, you know, it's simple as. Kipling, you know, Kip, and King, you know, King. There. You see how the lingam, you know, the Kipling, the lingams here, to do with Hindu god Shiva. Murti, you know, primary Murti. Indus Valley civilization. So you see how that's here, you know, all they do with the same type of thing in that there, the Kipling. And there. And there you see the ling, you know, the lingam. So it's all there. Of course, how Masonic is that? You know, when all the sort of all pieces knocked down. Interesting, they got them in gold and silver here. They want them certain pieces all knocked down, see? So that this one can become the king piece. And they say that chess was invented by Muslims in you know, in Moorland or whatever, the Moorish lands. Yeah, you see this Erasmus character. You know, again, got close together eyes. It's just a picture, the eyes are close together. You know what I mean? But you see there, you got the blinking. The blinking is the sort of, you know, the between the blind and sight. You know, the blinking. Just, you know, even the word king's got to be, you know, the blinking. It's got to be to do with it. The blind and the sight idea, right? Here's the one idea is where to take a piss out of, like, the color short-sighted character. Yeah, I mean, these must have been taking the sort of piss of the non-masons and that, you know. Short-sighted gink. And that, again, that same idea of it must extend into this, right? You were not Klemperer is Colonel Klink in the Hogan's Heroes thing. Look how Masonic is that. You know, it's neat all this one's in Mason and that. They look very much like Ern Sundell there to me. Ern Sundell's got to be another like fake German idea that was used to, you know, enforce that type of ideas, you know, like the idea of you can't sort of speak out against certain things, you know, like thought crime. It's like thought crime 1984, you know. It's got to be, you know, that can't be fake, you know. But they're trying to bring about the thought crime idea, where you couldn't see anything against certain things, you know what I mean? You know, again, when you see this until you're seeing the lead straight away, the being led, right? And of course, Holocaust denial, you know, and this was to bring about this type of thing into people's minds and get them sort of thinking, I better not start saying things like that then, Again, it's the fourth crime, like would have 1984 type of thing, straight out of it. Zundel. Of course, the hex, the hex. So the whole sort of idea about this one was to label a Holocaust denier, It's like the whole thing, every sort of, sort of created the idea of being one of these. And look at the short arms on him. Through this character, Very short little arms, So how are they going to do the Nazi march with tiny little arms? See what I mean? So again, it's one of their chances out there programming that to bring about these fourth crime type ideas and that thing. Get you sort of self-censoring what the aim of the game to get you self-censoring what you think, like in the 1984 book. As you see here, there's the Zundel. The Zundel name. For a seller of kindling wood, again the voodoo, like the Dr. Judy wood idea, the voodoo and the craftsman idea, the wood, and the T in tinder means tinder, right? So tinder, basically the T injections, the T injections, and the gender, and we've seen the tin in the all the stuff like the Wizard of Oz, the Tin Man. It's to do with Jupiter. Tin, it's just, and again, like the shin. So you can see how this Zundel was basically a stooge character, not real or not. Getting put in prison for that. You see what I mean? Create the fourth crime idea in people's minds. Again, they probably called the name, they coded the names in, right? They always code the names in. Probably called the earnest idea based on this, the importance of being earnest. Which is obviously Oscar Wilde, who is again another one that's sort of very famous for Freemasons, like the Kipling. Very big in the Masonic circles, of course, is this. Of course, when you're earnest, right? When you're earnest, it's like about being sincere, honest, truthful, and all this, right? It's of course the earnest idea, right? As you see here, Oscar Wilde doing the same Masonic hand sign, right? As the old one, and well known for this quote where he says the one duty we owe to history is to rewrite it. Only a great man can rewrite it. So he was into rewriting history all the time, right? So that's what it's about. It was about the Ernst Zundel thing. Rewriting all it, getting them people in the docile-led state, You see the earnest Germanic origins means who fights to succeed, Plenty good there, like the WHO, which becomes the you-know-what, you know what I mean? The earnest fight idea, and of course, this ties in with the Magnus Hirschfeld here, right? Obviously from the Jewish Sex Institute or whatever in Berlin, right? So, these are the day with their earnest battles and all this. That's what they want to bring about, right? This place had to have a big, contribution to the WHO, the scientific humanitarian committees and World League for Sexual Reform. Hine. Magnus Hirschfeld. Trans, see?